What is up, everybody? If you're coming from my social media, welcome, welcome, welcome. You already know what's going on. If you're new here and you don't know who I am, my name is Vanna. I'm a business owner by day, a full-time student at night, and a 24/7 mom to a 1-year-old baby boy. Yeah, I do all three. This video is long overdue. I mean, 5 months ago, I posted on my Instagram story that I wanted to do a business Q&A just to help, you know, if you have questions that you don't know where to find the answers regarding starting a business or a lash business preferably, you came to the right place. Some of my followers sent me in some very interesting questions. I mean, they're about business in general. Lash business is my business. You know, I picked the ones that I thought were most beneficial and would be great for this video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Some of these names, like the usernames of the girls who sent in their questions, I can't pronounce them. So I'll try my best and I will link it somewhere on the screen if you guys want to follow them or check them out. You know, go do that. exo.exo_stunnababy. I love her. She's so sweet. I mean, always supporting me. She asked, what motivated you to start your business? My son was my biggest motivation when I started my business. I wanted to be able to stay at home with him and make money at the same time. And being my own boss has always been a dream of mine. I mean, who wants to work for someone else? So, starting my own business has always been a dream for me. I've tried several times in the past, but it never really worked out the way I wanted it to. I tried to start businesses with my ex-best friend, which, you know, clearly wasn't you know, in God's plan for me. So I finally took the leap of faith, started my brand by myself. You know, I didn't have any help. You know, some brands that I've came across, you know, really did help me. Like, I'm not even gonna front. But, you know, other brands can be very competitive and they don't want to help. They'll block you. They just see you as a threat. So it was hard coming up as a smaller brand, and I'll save that for another video. I will talk about my experience as a new brand in the lash industry, and it's a whole lot to that. But yeah, that would be my biggest motivation. And you know, it just keeps growing every day. And you know, I'm trying to do my best out here now that I'm in school and trying to juggle, you know, doing everything on my own and focusing on classes and taking care of him. It is a whole lot and it's very overwhelming at times, but you know, it's all gonna be worth it in the end. .x.o. Do you need a business license? Girl, yes, you need a business license. This is a more of a do your own research question because in every state it is different. I'm in Florida, so the Florida regulations for starting your own business could be different from New York, California, Georgia, Texas, wherever you're located. I do encourage you to figure out, do your research, figure out what is needed legally to start your own business in your county, in your state, because you can get into a lot of trouble when it comes to, you know, the legal things for starting your business. You need to take care of all of that first before you get into the fun stuff, as in like stocking your inventory, branding, promoting, like all that good stuff, you know, like that you can't wait to start. Because trust me, I started everything in 1 month. I wish I would have gave myself a little time, but you know, I am here. I am thriving and I don't regret it. But at the same time, the advice I give to you, like, take your time. Don't rush it. It'll all come together. Cash Money Lashes. This is my babe. She is a fellow boss babe of mine. She's a smaller brand. I encourage you guys to support her. She is amazing. She's so sweet. You know, her lashes are of quality. I mean, I've done a couple giveaways with her and I've seen the lashes and I'm like, wow. Yes, girl. Yes. You're doing the damn thing. She says, how do you print your shipping labels and what do you use? Okay. So I have it right here. So this bad boy. This is called the Dymo, I believe 4XL label writer. It says it right there. This thing will save you so much time when it comes to packaging your orders. I have a subscription with ShipStation. My website sends all the order information to ShipStation where I create all the labels. You know, I have to put in all the little like whether I want to ship like priority mail or like the regular mail, first class mail I think it is, and the weight and you know, all that stuff. You download the software onto your computer and you basically just hook it up and you're good to go. I mean, it is so much better than manually writing out your shipping labels or like printing it and taping it to your packages. I think this, like, you just stick it and go. Jalea she is another supporter of mine. She is like one of my best customers and she is amazing. She's so sweet. She really supports. Where do you get your brand name from? My brand name is Lashed by Vixen. Back in high school, you know, I used to be a little thing and I had the nickname Vanna Vixen. You know, it's cute. It's cute. So my business, it's primarily lashes and I just thought it would be cute. Lashed by Vixen. I think it's cute. There's nothing really special about it. I wasn't very creative when coming to my brand name, which I'll admit. But it works. It works. Hills F. How'd you come up with the logo? How'd you make your website? Girl, I used PhotoGrid for my logo. There's nothing special about my logo. Literally just a bunch of letters I put together, some fonts, and boom, I got a logo. My website, I used to use Big Cartel. Big Cartel is great for starting up brands. There isn't much you can really do with it as far as designing your website. My platform is Wix currently and I get a lot more than what I used to on Big Cartel. So I get like my members login. If I want to do like Lash subscriptions, I can do that too. I paid yearly, like a year subscription for my platform, and I believe it was like $390 something. I will correct that if I'm wrong. It's very affordable. If it's not in your budget range, I do recommend starting with Big Cartel. It's about $9.99. It starts at $9.99 a month. Websites are crucial to building your business. No one wants to shop with that whole Cash App, Venmo, PayPal in the bio. No. People want a credible website, you know. Make sure you have terms of service, you have shipping policies, you have returns and exchanges, you have all that on your website because, girl, you will run into some customers that are trying to get their coin back after you shipped out their order and everything was good. They just, you know, they just want to be like, give me my money back. I'm like, no. You know, live up to that business owner standard. Glam by Ash and Sestrella, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, __. What's a good amount of money to start off with your brand? I think this is an amazing question because it really varies. It varies on your budget. It varies on, you know, how much money you're willing to spend. For me personally, I believe I spent a little over $1,000, but you can start a business with way less than that. Don't be like me. I started buying this. This was like $200. And I mean, it saves a lot of time, but a lot of people can't afford that at first. So, you know, if you have to write those shipping labels out, if you have to print them with a regular printer and tape them, do that. Do what works for you. Because, you know, money can be an issue when starting your business, and that can stall you and discourage you from starting your business. And never let that be the problem. Never let money be an issue when it comes, you know, you have a dream, you need to get on that dream. You need to get on those goals, because only you can stop you from doing what you want to do. So a good amount of money to start off with your brand, I would say maybe $300. It could be less. It really depends on, you know, doing your research, you know, looking into different vendors, finding out prices, comparing those prices. There's a lot to play in the cost of starting a brand, and I really think it depends on what you think you need, because what I have and what I think I need may not be what you need, and that's okay. You know, you can make it work. I'm a very extra person. I like to do it all when it comes to my brand, and you know, some people may be minimalistic. You know, just do the bare minimum and it works for you, and it does work. I've seen a lot of smaller brands, you know, start off with nothing. They start off with lashes that are in boxes with no name. And I mean, as much as I encourage you to get branded, you know, boxes, branded packing materials, everything needs to be your brand. And you know, it's okay if you can't start like that. It really is. And no one, you know, there will be people who judge, but I personally, girl, you got me. You know, I support. It doesn't matter if you can't. Do what you can afford. Do what you can afford. Glam by Ash asks again, where are you based? And is it only you working, or do you have some employees? Girl, it's me, myself, and I. I do everything. You know, if my sisters are willing to help, they will help me. I have to beg them, but you know, they will help. And I'm based in Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, South Florida. You know, it is business, small businesses out here, you know, are very hostile. Most of the brands that I have, you know, came in contact with ever since starting my business are all across the country. Texas, New York, California. Like the sweetest people I've ever met, you know, they don't even live where I'm at. And that shit is sad. It really is. Magnifique Scorpio. How do you find a lash vendor? This is the question. This is the question. So, how do you find a lash vendor? You know, there is a lot of vendors out there who are 100% real, authentic, great quality, great prices. And then there are some who are fake, who use other vendors' pictures, who claim, you know, they can give you a better price on whatever is being offered, you know, before them, and they just take your money. And it's really hard. It is really, really hard to trust in finding a vendor yourself. I mean, you have to find several vendors that you think are, you know, of your interest. You need to order samples, test the quality. All of that can be costly. And, you know, I avoided that because I found a girl on YouTube who was selling her lash vendor. And I bought, I believe, like 3 pairs of lashes or 4 pairs of lashes from her. It was like $50 in total. And she gave me the lash vendor information. And yeah, I just ran with that, and she has been my vendor ever since then. I'm going into, this will be my 2nd year doing my lash brand, and she is amazing. She is always, you know, looking out for me. Her quality is amazing. I mean, I get endless reviews and comments on my lashes. Like, they are amazing quality, and they really are. They really are. Honestly, you know, some people aren't willing to sell their vendor, but if you can find someone to, you know, buy their vendor, and, you know, and it works for you, and you see they're popping and you want to be popping too, do that. Like, don't waste $100 on a bunch of brands, not brands, but vendors that you don't, you know, you don't end up liking. And just buy a vendor from someone who's selling, and, you know, let that be done. And if you guys want to purchase my vendor, I will be willing to sell that to you. You know, because I bought it from someone else, so why not? And, you know, I'm all for helping people. So I would probably sell for about $50 too. So if you guys are interested, you can message me on Instagram. I'll leave all my social media down below. And let me know that you guys you're interested in purchasing that vendor, and I will give it to you. Makeup by Liliano. When did you start your business? I started my business August of 2018, I believe. Yeah. I was about like 6 or 7 months pregnant at the time. So I had a lot of time on my hands. I was always home doing nothing, and I'm just like, let me just start a business. This year will be my 2nd year, and I'm super happy about that. I'm super proud that I got this far. You know, I never saw this for myself, and I'm just, you know, every day is a new day, and I'm trying, and I'm, you know, sometimes, you know, I'm slacking because of school, and I'm trying to balance everything, and it's so overwhelming. And sometimes I forget to post on Instagram, or, you know, maybe I'm backed up on orders, and, you know, that's okay. I'm the only person doing this, and it's hard sometimes. It really is. And I've been trying, and, you know, I'm just super blessed that I'm here where I am today, and I wouldn't rather be anywhere else. Music is my escape with an E. How do you get chosen to be a lash model? This is a question that I get all the time. Like, how do we choose who we send free lashes to? And honestly, sending free lashes is an investment to us. And as smaller brands, we can't afford to send out to everybody who DMs us, or everyone we are interested in working with. So we have like seasonal PR searches where we choose a couple girls here and there, and, you know, in hopes that, you know, we get the return of, you know, what we invested in that person. And The three main things we look for is one is a person who is willing to make content, like great content, clear quality content that we can repost and use as promotions for our brand. So that is one major thing. You know, you want to have great content to repost. We want to work with people who have an audience that would be interested in our brand, basically. Like mostly girls interested in lashes, makeup artists. You know, if you're a makeup page, that's amazing. Like, that is who you want to work with. The third thing that we would look for is not necessarily someone who is making sales for us, because for me personally, I don't care about sales. Like, I don't care if you get no uses on your coupon code, that's okay. But consistency, dedication, like that plays a lot in, you know, your support. A lot of brands, a lot of people say they support and they don't really support. They want to support for free stuff, and you know, they get it, they don't do anything to promote, and that sucks because that's like a loss for us. Call Me Lib asks, how can you promote your business when you have no inventory on hand yet? Good question. There's a lot you can do to promote your business if you have no inventory on hand. Because I started promoting my business and I had no inventory on hand. I even launched my website and I didn't even have the inventory yet. But there are different ways you can promote. If you have a vendor and that vendor has pictures, professional pictures of those lashes that you are interested in adding to your website, you can get those pictures and repost them on your page, showing, you know, like close-ups of the different styles you're going to offer. You can have different engagement posts on your Insta story, you know, like different polls. You can have questions. You can do a PR search. You don't have to have inventory to be able to do these things. And I believe, you know, maybe there are some other ways that you can do that that I don't even know. And I encourage you to do as much research as you can to figure that out and make it work for you. Sia Beauty. I love her. She's another one of my boss babes, international boss babe. She's based in Australia and she is amazing. She says, what are your top tips for having a successful business or generating sales? My top tips would be stay consistent. That's something that I lack sometimes with, like, posting. I'm not consistent with posting and it really shows. You know, being consistent is the key to building your brand, especially on social media. And another tip I would have is stay humble. Never let your growth get to you. You don't want to come off as, you know, this girl who's big-headed, who thinks she got all the money in the world, who got all the customers, who think like no one's like her. Like, no, nobody likes that, and nobody would shop with you if you're like that, you know. And if they don't realize it now, they will realize it sooner by the way you carry yourself and the way you post. And you know, it shows. It really shows when you're that kind of person. And it, you know, never forget how you started. Never forget, you know, that you were once that small brand, barely getting any sales, you know, 300, 400 followers, and now, you know, you're blown up. You're the shit. basically, and you know, you need to always stay humble. Another tip that I have is never get too comfortable. Never get too comfortable with, you know, where you are. Never get too comfortable with how many sales you're making a day. Never get too comfortable with anything. Just don't settle for, you know, where you are. Always strive for more. Always strive for more money, more business, more followers. Always strive to build, keep building, because that is everything. Generating sales now. My tip for generating sales is always have sales. Period. Always have sales, because sales attract customers and you want to attract those customers. So you need to do unique sales, like buy 3 get 2 free, or buy 1 get 1 free is okay, but you want to be different. You want to start having more unique sales that will attract the eye of customers, you know, not just some everyday 25% off sale. You know, do your research, get creative, you know, do what works for you. As I always say, do what works for you. Luscious_lashes by Haiti. What's your favorite lash adhesive? I love this question because I'm very passionate about the lash glue that I use. It's House of Lashes lash adhesive. I get the dark adhesive. They come with light, like white adhesive as well. If that works for you. I prefer dark, but you know, some people like white, and you know, to each its own, I guess. But this glue holds my lashes literally forever. I mean, I could have my lashes attached for days if I wanted to, but I don't. I always take them off at the end of the day. But it has a very strong hold. A very strong hold. And it's amazing. Like, it's amazing. It's so easy to apply. It's so easy to come off. And I have never used any other lash adhesive since I started using this one. You know, I'm just loyal. And I've recommended it to so many people who have asked, like, what lash adhesive do you use? Like, what do you recommend? And I think that this one is #1. No other lash adhesive can compare. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not, and turn that little bell on to get notifications when I do upload. I upload every Monday and Friday. So yeah,